EcoSave is the latest of its kind in the market. EcoSave retains both the water-saving and constant flow features of present PDD models. However, we will demonstrate EcoSave's distinct advantage of greater performance by maintaining a higher than expected output flow rate despite the low input water pressure. Here in our specially designed chambers, we are going to perform an experiment to demonstrate EcoSave's superior high performance as compared to widely used brand X. First, we attach brand X onto our shower head. Next, we set the input pressure to an ideal high setting. The result, Viola, a high output flow rate that guarantees maximum bathing pleasure. Nevertheless, look what happens when input pressure drops, similar to bathing at a time of day when numerous other taps in the household or even the entire apartment complex are being used simultaneously. Brand X fails to maintain the previous output flow rate, thus resulting in a weaker and less satisfying output water flow. Now let us attach EcoSave to the same shower head. Again, we set the input pressure to an ideal high setting like before. The result? Viola, similar to brand X. There is a high output flow rate that guarantees maximum bathing pleasure. Next, we reduce the input water pressure to the same level as before. Almost immediately, the output flow rate drops. But hold on a second. EcoSave recalibrates and adjusts the output flow rate to a level higher than that produced by brand X. As shown in the previous experiment, a good input water pressure of 60 psi will yield a comfortable and satisfying output flow rate of 7.5 liters per minute. However, at a typically low input pressure of 20 psi, brand X yields a relatively low output pressure of only 4.5 liters per minute. This is a drop of 3 liters per minute, almost half of the ideal and comfortable flow rate of 7.5 liters per minute. EcoSave, on the other hand, yields a drop of only 1.5 liters per minute, from 7.5 liters per minute to 6 liters per minute. This is only 50% of the drop seen in brand X. The increased performance achieved by EcoSave in output flow rate during instances of low input pressure has many advantages. One of which, as seen from the present and previous demonstrations, is the increased satisfaction of bathing and cleaning under a good water flow. It is evident from the flowchart that with a more efficient water flow maintenance device attached to the output water point, water flowing out of a residential water heater will be released at a good flow rate and with an even temperature, despite a drop of water pressure within the pipes. The advantage of EcoSave also becomes more obvious when we look at its use in an industrial setting, for example, in the hotels. There are often separate water outlets for hot and cold water supplies in such buildings. An uneven demand for either source can lead to either an extremely cold water running to guest rooms or vice versa. Fitting EcoSave devices separately at both the hot and cold water supply outlets means that any drop in water pressure due to multiple demands on either pipelines would still ensure an even mixing of both hot and cold waters, because there is only a small drop in water entering the mixing tank from the pipe that is in heavy use. EcoSave, being a pressure differentiate device or PDD, works by increasing the surface area of water flow when there is a marked decrease in water pressure using a dual spring mechanism. This high and low pressure spring control is able to detect subtle changes in input water pressure more efficiently than the current technology present in the market. Typical Brand X technology, on the other hand, is unable to respond adequately to input pressure changes, thus resulting in a weakened flow rate at the output source. When the input water pressure is high, the dual spring juts out to ensure a decreased amount of surface area, which then ensures a good output flow rate. Conversely, when input water drops, the spring retracts in order to increase surface area and continue to maintain an optimum output water flow. At a competitive price comparable to Brand X, choose EcoSave, a new technology for the future.